I'm Charlton Heston. You know, one of the high points of my life is the birth of my grandson, Jack. He is a joy in my life. Perhaps you've been blessed with such joys of your own. Maybe you're even sitting next to one or two of them right now. If so, I'm sure you agree that the birth of a child is nothing less than a miracle. That, I think, explains the power behind the story of the Nativity. It's, on its most basic level, a story of birth as a symbol of hope. For Christians, of course, the young Jesus wasn't just another child. He was the Messiah, the Son of God, born of the Virgin Mary so that mankind might be saved from its sins. Seen in that light, the story takes on even greater importance. That's why it's retold and performed as a pageant in churches throughout the world, each Christmas season. But you don't have to be a Christian to appreciate this story. Its appeal is universal. The story, as told here and in the Gospel according to St. Luke, is actually an account of two births, that of John the Baptist as well as that of Jesus. The birth of John is an important part of the story because it's he who is destined to become the forerunner of Christ, the one who will announce the coming of the Messiah. But what makes this story so engaging is the account of the events surrounding the birth of Jesus himself. Now, if you were coming to this story for the first time, you might expect that Jesus, as the only begotten Son of God and an earthly descendant of King David, would be born into a position of high social standing. That's not the case, of course. Just the opposite is true. Jesus' earthly father, Joseph, is a lowly carpenter from a small town called Nazareth. And after he takes his wife Mary to Bethlehem so the two of them can be counted in a census, he's not even able to get a room in a local inn. Instead, he and Mary must sleep in a stable with the innkeeper's animals. That's where Jesus is born, in a manger on a bed of straw. It's hardly a setting worthy of the heir to the throne of David. Or is it? Jesus will inherit a kingdom, there's no doubt about that. But his will be the kingdom of heaven, which includes all of God's creation. That's why his birth in a manger is not at all inappropriate. It symbolizes his humility and his love of all things, great and small. God doesn't allow the birth of Jesus to go unnoticed, of course. He sends an angel to tell 3 shepherds of the good news and casts a bright star in the sky over Bethlehem to lead 3 wise men to the manger as well. Now, in Jerusalem at that time, there was a king named Herod who reigned with the support of the Roman Empire. And when he learns of the birth of Jesus, who's already been called a new king, he's angry. He even tries to have the newborn baby killed. He fails, of course. Jesus will grow to be a man, and he'll attract many followers. Many years later, he will be murdered as part of his destiny. But that's another story. For now, let's focus on the miracle of the birth of Jesus. Your guide as you journey to the Holy Land will be my friend Simon and his trusty camel Gimel. You'll meet them very shortly, and I think you'll like them as much as I do. Unfortunately, it's time for me to say farewell. But I'll see you again soon. Until then, peace be with you.
In the days when Herod was king of Judea, there lived a